We are
And we
live.
are live.
Hello.
Hi,
No.
everybody. How is everybody doing? Oh my
Hi,
gosh.
everyone.
It is another beautiful, beautiful Wednesday today. It is
Happy Wednesday.
March 4, 2026. And today we are so excited because we have a special guest with us today, Coach
Yes.
Ailan. So before we get started, I welcome you here, Coach Ailan. Thank you for allowing us to interview you today with my co-hosts here, Joseph and Ariane. So before we get started, let's just introduce ourselves first, and then we will ask you to introduce yourself, Coach Ailan. Okay, so I will start. Uh, this is Mildred, Coach Mildred. I am here in Toronto. Excuse me. Originally from Cebu, Philippines. So mga Bisaya diha.
Mhm.
So how's everybody doing? I am a mom. I have an adult son. I'm a world traveler, and now I am a coach here. Excuse me, in our online business. Okay, Joseph.
Yes, thank you, Coach. It's Joseph here from Hamilton, Canada. I am a retired IT professional from the banking industry. I am a husband. I have two wonderful boys. But at the same time, I joined this digital business about 2 years ago now, and never looked back. So I am originally, by the way, from the Philippines, migrated here in Canada in 1980. So back to you, Coach.
Yes, and Ariane, please introduce yourself.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name's Ariane, and I'm also from the Philippines. I'm an immigrant, very recent, here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. I've been here since 2022. I am an IT analyst currently, and I'm also doing this digital business.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today, my dear, our audience from all over the world, we have the pleasure of having our coach Ailan all the way from British Columbia. Welcome, coach. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yay!
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody, and good morning. I don't know. Good morning in the Philippines, probably, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, I am here in BC, Abbotsford. Actually, an hour away from Vancouver. So you're probably very familiar with Vancouver, but yeah. I have two girls. They're young. They're 8 and 13. And obviously, I am an online business owner as well. When I started this business, they were only 3 and 7. So it's been 5 years, 5 and something years. I've migrated here in Canada in 2014, so about 12 years now. So yeah, time flies, right? But
Yes.
so Filipino, my background is in the yachting industry and a maritime industry. So I was in the cruise ships and in the yachts for the close to 20 years. So
Mm.
That explains it. That explains it all.
yeah, so and as well as my husband, so we actually met on the boat. That was a love boat.
Aw.
So so anyway, my husband is still working full time. I am now full time here in the business and full time mom, obviously. And but my husband is still working in the maritime industry as well in Vancouver. So yeah, so that's quite about me. And yeah, thank you for inviting me here.
Yes, and that's why we invited you because of our topic, right? Today. And it is really, purpose over pressure. Because in today's world, there's a lot of pressure, right? And, there's a lot of capable men and women. We lead, we build, we serve, we juggle multiple roles, right? But pressure can get loud. So this is what we're going to learn about, as we interview Coach Ailan. Okay. So I have our first question here. Okay. So the first question, as Aryan is going to put it on the screen.
Mhm.
Yes. So we, as busy men and women, we have a lot of pressure, right? So how do you stay anchored on in your purpose?
You know what? This has been said like over and over again, like by most of us, like leaders and coaches here in the industry. But just really going back into your why, right? I mean, like when you go back to your why, you can always say that that's where you're actually gonna realize that, are you gonna keep going, are you gonna stop, are you, it's not just for the business. That's what I'm saying, right? This does not apply only for this our business or our business, but in generally in our life, right? If you are busy or overwhelmed, or other things like that, really the two things that you could do is to stop, quit, or keep moving. But then, like being anchored into your purpose, it's really just realizing why you even started that something, right? Why
Mm-hmm.
come up to, why did you even become an online business owner, for example, or why did you even become, something, for example, right? So it's really just coming back to your reason, to your bigger dream, your bigger why, right? So I think
Mm-hmm.
that is very applicable to a lot of things, right? Not just for this business, for what we're doing, but really in general, in life, I think.
Thank you, Coach. Because we have been together from the very beginning, like 5 years ago. So I met you first face to face in Okotoks in
Yes.
Alberta, right? And our first meetup with the Eagles, and it was amazing. And now we're here. We are evolving. We are constantly evolving, right? And you wear many hats right now. So okay, our next question will be by
By me.
yes, Ariane. Take it
Hi,
away.
Coach. Nice to meet you. This is our
Nice.
first time to be in a virtual room together. Yeah, but we're going to meet each other in person in
In
Punta
Punta
Cana.
Cana.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
very near. So yeah, so thank you, Coach Ailan, for sharing your story with us, your background. But a lot of us here in this business also come here with a lot of pressure, right? And it's because in the beginning we just want to make money. That's what we think, right? Is that what you thought about the business too at
Yeah.
first, or
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Like, when I first came here, I was looking for extra, right? Just like everybody else, I guess.
yeah,
I don't think that some like someone will say, no, I was just looking for a community. No, I don't think so. you know,
yeah, how
maybe.
did you
It
shift that
happens.
Yeah,
from
but
pressure?
it happened like later on, right? You'll realize that, what, the community is actually better. I know, like, better than what the income can give you, right? Like the friendship and everything else, right? But yeah, what was your question, Arian? Sorry.
Yeah, coach. So how did you shift from that pressure, not from that pressure to now into having that clarity in to keep going in this business?
Yeah. So, as I've said, I've five years in the business, right? I have gone through a lot, like, a lot of pressure, a lot of difficulties, a lot of, ups and downs in the business. And when those times come, the only solution I do is to really just realize, like, and focus, right, on what I really wanted to do for myself and for my family. And obviously those are going to be the first, priorities, right? Family first, and what do you want to do for yourself, or things like that. But when those pressures come, and the overwhelming, situations come, I've learned as well from this business that we gotta have to set boundaries. We gotta have to delegate. Since I have, built quite a team already, right? So I don't have to do it all, right? I have people that are capable as well. So those things that could help me, right? And could actually give me, more time for myself to focus on what I wanted to do for, for my own little goal, right? Rather
Mm-hmm.
than, taking it all, like taking all the work. um, because we all have only 24 hours, and you can't do it all, right? So to really set boundaries on things that overwhelms you, or things that
Mm-hmm.
gives you, a little bit of pressure or things like that. That's really my way. Even with organizing these events, like you guys know that I've been helping. um, I've never said that, I can do it myself, right? I always ask for help. I always look for people that could,
Mm-hmm.
assist, right? And support.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the same thing as what I have been doing with the business, right? When there are times that you needed help, like, for example, just like, creating advertising or whatever, right? If I can't do it, I'm gonna have to look for a way to be able to release that stress, and so that you can, function again in a normal way. Because obviously, when you're overwhelmed, you usually, can't function in the right way, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the most, that's the I guess that's what I'm best at. I'm best at delegating. I don't know, because I'm probably a mom. I don't know. I always, kind of delegated things to my team, to the people around me as well. And don't be ashamed to ask help. That's probably one thing as well.
Wow. Thank you
Hmm.
so much. Yes, because now all four of us here are parents, right? You
Hmm.
have two kids.
Hmm.
Joseph has two
Hmm.
boys,
Hmm.
and Arian has two boys.
Hmm.
You have two girls. I have one boy
Hmm.
who is already an adult, right?
Hmm.
So we are so busy as parents, right? We're juggling so many things. So thank you so much for that,
You're
Coach
welcome.
Ailan.
Thank
So
you.
next question will be from Joseph, and as you go into the question, yes.
Yes. Thank you. Coach Ailan, thank you so
You're
much for
welcome. Mhm.
gracing us with your presence in this session. So I was just talking to her last night at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, she was celebrating. Can we mention Coach
yeah,
Ailan?
we can.
She was celebrating what, Coach?
This, I don't know if you can see. I know you can't see.
Woo-hoo.
Oh
Anyway,
my
that
gosh!
Congratulations.
Already?
it,
Yes.
it all happened while we were on Zoom.
While we were on Zoom kayo ni
Yeah,
Joseph?
the realtor called in and he's like, I can't text it to you. I have to call you guys. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh! Because we talked earlier, you said it was still in the works,
Yes, yeah, yeah.
right?
So
See
it
how
happened.
fast things
Yeah,
happen?
that was in the evening, because we were kind of waiting from 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock, and that's about the time
My God.
that we had a call. So, thank you.
So
Yes.
it's good. So at least it's happening now before we go to Punta Cana, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna go. I mean, like the transfer and all of that. It's gonna go to
Yes.
until
No,
April,
but at
right?
least now you know there it's
Yeah.
definite, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry while you're in Punta Cana.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least when you come
So
back, then that's when you start packing.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Thank
Yes.
you.
congratulations.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh
So
my gosh, that's
congratulations,
exciting.
Coach. Congratulations, Coach. So
Mhm.
so really, Coach. I mean, we met here online.
Mhm.
I heard your name so many times before,
Mhm.
and certainly when you reached out for help, I certainly could not say no because I heard a lot about you. So I know for a fact that you are a great leader, a great servant leader, and you devote yourself to this community. And on 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 our behalf, we want to thank you for your
Oh,
service.
thank
But
you.
my question to you really talks about your success, right? So, I mean,
Mm.
how has your success evolved over time?
Mm. Just like what Arian was saying a while ago, right? Like when we all came in this business, we all wanted, results, right? Money, right? Particularly, right? That's what we all wanted. But yeah, in the beginning, obviously that was the same for me, right? I'm very result driven, right? Like
Mhm.
ranks, or how much am I making already, like things like that. Am I being recognized by people, things like that. Yeah, that's kind of like the
Mhm.
instinct of people, right? And then are the things that am I being effective with my team, things like that. But later on, that has become the second, the second priority in realizing what success is for me, right? So success is for me is basically, am I being able to impact my team, you know sh- you know do I have peace at home, right? Do I have peace of mind when I'm with my family, when we're shopping, when we're out, kind of thing, right? Do I have peace of mind when I'm out in vacation, right? Things like that. That those are the things that kind of are more important for me now, and is the basis of my success, right? Am I making millions, or multiple six figure income? No, right?
Mm-hmm.
But am I
Mm-hmm.
successful in my own way? Yes, because I have peace in my heart, I have peace at home, I have systems that I know that's working for my team and for the community that I'm helping right now, right? So those are the things that is you know the the basis for success for me, especially the impact that you're giving to your, and are you being around when you're needed, but not over, again, coming back to the topic, not overwhelming yourself by being too much, right? Too much to be for them, right? You also have to kind of like make sure that you have time for yourself, right? Not just giving it all to others so that they can get help, but you also have to leave your time for yourself. That's it, I guess. As long as you have systems, as long as you have people that look up to you still, and say thank you to you, I think that's it. That is success, right? As long as those people that are under you say that, hey, coach, we're proud of you, or whatever, that is success, right? I think so.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. But this is what I'm saying, by asking you these questions, we know more about you. And this is what I've been telling you ever since. Like, this is the epitome of grace under pressure.
Mhm.
Grace, and I don't know how you keep it all together. You're
Mhm.
so calm, you speak with clarity, but maybe I don't know how you look in the background. Maybe you're like, like, right?
Yeah.
But yes, with everything that's happening, right? Your two kids, you have a busy household. You are a mom, you are a wife, you are a woman very busy in the community, helping us being
Mhm.
an event planner right now
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
the nth time for our
Mhm.
conventions, right? And there's so many other things. And now, the house. You just, congratulations again, you just sold the house and moving shortly. So, and we're leaving in a very short time, right?
Mhm.
So, I just hats off to you, hats off to you,
Thank
because
you.
as you said, you asked for the help of other business owners, other people, right? It's like really the key here is not doing everything ourselves. It's delegating, as they also want to be involved. We are all involved in this, so we all have a part to play in
Yeah.
this, right? And we're doing it so well,
Yeah.
right? So, before we ask the
The last.
fourth, and because I think we have a
Yeah.
little more time here.
Mhm.
So
See, we
just
have
a quick
Mads.
shout
Yes.
out.
Hi, Mads.
Yes,
Hi, Mads. Hello, coaches. Greetings from the
from
Middle
the
East.
Middle East.
Still
Take
awake.
care, Mads.
I
Middle
know.
East.
Praying for you, Mads, and for all
Yeah.
our friends there in UAE and the Middle East.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in, right? Thank you, Mads. And before we go there, do you have another question before I go to the last question, Ariane?
Ako talaga.
No,
Yeah.
no. Before I go to
You
the
know,
last question.
going back to what Coach Ailan said, it was beautiful kasi it's difficult sometimes when you're a leader already to be delegating stuff. Like when you're sometimes when you're a leader, it's so easy to just, just take all the work and all the
Right.
credit,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Kasi ganun yung
Mhm.
gusto nung nung mga tao, right? The reward itself, the credit. But it's also difficult to, like, little by little delegate it to people.
Mhm.
And after all, what we want is really time freedom. 'Di ba? Really time freedom. So eventually, if you're in a business, eventually you really wanted to have freedom to do all of the stuff that you wanted to do or you love to do, right?
Mhm.
So yun. Just a comment on
Yeah.
the answer
Yeah.
of Coach Ailan.
I know. Kasi as you said, banking on that, it's not just about us. It's also helping others like step up
Mhm.
because everybody we are, uh, helping others to be leaders as well, right?
Yeah.
Not just for us, but giving them the platform or the opportunity to also rise up because a lot of people maybe they don't even realize that, oh, I am capable of doing this until they do something out of their comfort zone, right?
Mm.
And a lot of times this is what happens when you get out of your comfort zone. You say, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was good in this, I didn't know what is good in that. I know
Mhm.
Joseph has something to say, so what do you have to add to that?
It's
Joseph?
it's funny. It's funny how you say getting out of your comfort zone because in the event I'm going to be speaking to 250 people
Yeah.
on the stage, and you know what? The last time I spoke like that was my wedding.
Oh.
So yeah,
Yes,
no.
Joseph, so we're
I'm
so
sure you're
happy
gonna
that
be good.
So I want to,
you're
yeah, I
gonna
want
be
to,
one of our MCs now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to thank Coach Ailan and Coach Mildred for that. Thank you so much for
I know.
volunteering.
You were the first person in my mind when I got this kind of like duty again to organize. And then I said, well, we probably have to add an MC just to give the MCs a break, for at least a day. And I was like, who can we add? And I was like, all right, there's no other person in my mind but Joseph. So,
Thank you for the vote of confidence. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
got this. You got
Yeah,
this.
you got this. I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
You got this, Joseph.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all there. We're gonna
yeah,
do it because
yeah,
at this point in time, we're all like maybe packing,
yeah.
getting ready to go and
Mm-hmm,
making sure we have all our things that we need when we go to this tropical,
mm-hmm,
in a warmer place, right? And okay, so my last question for you:
mm-hmm,
what advice would you give to someone who feels capable but overwhelmed? They may be capable, but they're overwhelmed with so many other things, right?
mm,
Being a parent, a working parent, or maybe your sandwich generation. You're taking care of your
mm-hmm,
parents, and then you're taking care of your kids and your husband, your family,
mm-hmm.
and doing the business.
Yeah. Um. So I think like setting boundaries is
Mhm.
what you can also do, right? You can do that, like set boundaries, like what can you do today, like in this hour, kind of thing, right? um, and and those things that you think that can be done, later on or whatever, and can be done by other people, right? Why would you have to do it all again? It's coming back to your system, your do you have a system, right, in place, right? It's also that. So setting boundaries, maybe creating systems on, so that you won't become overwhelmed, right? And you're actually able to do it, like, because when you're when you're overwhelmed, I think when you're overwhelmed is that, um hang on a sec, why does a person become overwhelmed?
Mm,
Because there's so many responsibilities, right? And why is there too much responsibilities? Why is there that much responsibility?
mm.
Because it's either people trusted you so much and they know that you can do it, or yeah, obviously it's God that's giving you all of that responsibility,
Yes, yes.
and 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 knows that you are capable of doing that. So you are capable. You're not incapable, but it's just that your structure probably is not ready to do that. That's why you're overwhelmed, right? So what do you need to do with your structure? You need to find a better system. You need to find, support. You need to set your boundaries, things like that. So I guess, it's really just going back to what can you do, what can you do in your 24 hours, what can you do with your two hands, two legs, 2 feet, right? um,
Yes, yes.
it's just realizing what what you can and you cannot, and set boundaries and put in some systems, ask help, ask for support, and things like that. But I would tell you that if you feel overwhelmed, that means you are expanding.
Mm.
You are expanding,
Yes,
and you are being trusted,
Mhm.
with
correct.
something bigger, right? So I think that's what it is.
Oh, this is so true because
Mhm,
with us, how do we look at this in our business, right? All of us started with zero knowledge about what it is that we're supposed to
mhm,
do, right? But what did we do? We took a leap of faith
Mhm.
mhm,
that we didn't have to know everything, but we can take it one step at a time. And that's what we do in our business,
mhm,
right? And what it does also is, I think it's important here to really have that open, positive mindset that we have to be coachable
mhm,
in learning that. And
mhm,
in learning these things, this is new to me too. I mean, to all of us, right? This is something new. So there is actually a learning curve. Learning
Mhm.
curve depends on where you're at. If you are tech savvy, like of course Joseph and Arian,
mhm,
our IT professionals, it may be easier for them to hurdle that part. But for most of us who are not tech savvy, it takes maybe a more steep learning curve, right? So it's really stretching us. As you said, you're going out of your comfort zone, is stretching us because we are learning. And at this point, I really believe in lifelong learning because even if I was able to retire earlier, I want to be continuing to learn, to use your brain, to,
mhm,
to use the knowledge that we have garnered all these years, and to continue to learn and to
mhm,
continue to be a, I would say, like the first thing that comes to me, like a beacon of light in this world, because there is there you have options. There are other opportunities that you can look at. Like if one door closes, right? Do you agree, my
Yeah.
Yeah.
co-host here? If one door closes, another door will open.
Open. Yeah.
So, it's not the end. Whether you think that you're overwhelmed at your job and you think this is it, like you don't know anything else, there are other options. And this is it. All of us came together here. We are now more than 277,000 all over the world,
mhm.
which only started with two people 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
that just goes to show the exponential growth in how people are looking for other ways to find
Mhm.
flexibility, right? Coach Joseph and Arian and
Yes.
Island, flexibility, more peace,
Mhm,
more freedom to go for what they really love to do in life, not
Mhm.
being, cornered in the four corners of an office. Or I know a lot of people work from home, like
mhm,
Arian,
mhm.
Yes.
right? But I'm sure that's why you're here, right?
Yes.
Because why? What is your why? Why are you here?
Yeah. Oh, I have to answer that.
Of course, just quickly,
For
just quickly.
Yeah, because it's for our families, right? We're here because we wanted the solution. We want, as you said, Coach, we wanted more time freedom. We want to do the things that we love. And it's not an instant success, right? It's not an overnight success, but there's a way. Like there's an option to get home,
Mm-hmm.
go after your goals, and this is one of them,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Thank you. How about Joseph? Right? And then I'll ask Coach Ailan before we wrap it up.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with what you're saying, Coach. I mean, everybody here who started this digital business really had a purpose in mind, right? And going back to what Coach Ilan mentioned about, you know, our personal whys is really what really drove us into this digital business, because we wanted to do something. We wanted to either meet our goals or reach our goals, or I like what Coach Ailan had mentioned about the impact, right? Having the positive impact, because that's one of those true characteristics of a leader, right? Is having an impact to the people around you.
Mm.
That's what a leader is all about. So it really resonates with me, and I found out more about Coach Ailan today. I didn't know that she was in the cruise business, and and that's why I said to myself, now it makes sense why she's always planning the events. So, boy, now
The
It
first
comes
event
naturally
was in
for
the
her.
cruise. Joseph, the first event was actually in the cruise. We were in the
Amazing.
oh my
um,
gosh,
Carnival cruise. Was it Carnival or your Royal Caribbean cruise?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what
well,
when
there
we
you
did the
go,
first.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's why it suits you, Coach Ailan. So,
I
but
And I
we
know.
are.
ended up organizing the. And I also my first ever job was an event I was part of an event
Mhm.
organizing conventions, trade shows in the Philippines. So
Oh
Oh,
my
that
gosh.
was my first ever job, and that helped me finish my college. Right, that's
Ah,
what
Wow.
prepared
Yes.
me when I was
see?
in university. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I have a little bit of experience with event planning, like a professional event planning. And then I came to the cruise, and I did more of that.
You know what? Coach Ailan,
Mm,
she remains humble. She says
mm,
small
Mhm.
amount of
Mhm.
experience.
Yep.
mhm.
I heard
That's
that.
huge. And that's why we love you, and that's why
Thank you.
all our events that you have actually done for us, it's a success. Because I know you, it's like I don't know how you do it. I don't think you sleep anymore.
Oh, I do sleep.
You dream about the events.
I do sleep.
Oh my
I
god.
probably have less sleep than you guys, but
I know, right? So what do you say, Coach Ailan, as we wrap up here, to people who are watching right now, and maybe they're thinking, okay, can I do this?
yeah,
Can I
because
do
they
what we're
have too
doing?
much things going on in their lives, right? Like, I mean, like we have seen this time and time again. Didn't not me, not it's not in my experience, because when I came here, I didn't have that much. But we've seen it. Coach Franco had 3 jobs. Coach Mildred, what's her last name? The
De Los
Los
Santos.
Los
Santos.
Santos. She had like 4 jobs. I don't know, right? There's a lot of people here that have multiple things that they're doing at the same time while they're
Yes,
starting this
yes.
business, right? So it is really just time management, setting your
Mm-hmm.
systems, and if you have a very big why, and a really strong drive, you
Mhm.
can do anything, right? And it's not impossible to succeed, because obviously why are you even dreaming more? Because you're not quite satisfied with what you have right now, or not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the money, maybe it's the time, maybe it's the health, maybe it's whatever. But you can improve, right? You can do
Mm-hmm.
more, even though you only have like this much time left in you can make a way, right? So
mhm.
Oh
it's
my
it's
gosh.
all doable, right?
Thank
That's
you.
why
Thank you
they
so much, Coach
you're
Ailan,
welcome.
for all that information, the words of wisdom from you. So, what I love about our conversation is this, pressure may be part of leadership, but it doesn't have to define it, right? When purpose leads, pressure loses its power, right? So, our dear viewers, if something resonated, share this with somebody who may need this reminder. You don't have to carry everything alone. So, your next chapter begins when you choose alignment over overwhelm. So,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Coach
you're
Ailan. Thank you
welcome.
so much for gracing our event today. Thank you, thank you. And
Thank
until
you,
our
everyone.
next event next week, we'll see you again. Thank you, Joseph.
Bye.
And
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Thank
Ariane.
Coach.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Joseph.
Thanks.
Coach. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ailan. All right, bye bye.
Let's stay first, Joseph and Ariane, okay? Or